Yo, what is going on, guys? Flashverse here, and welcome back to my first ever video on Star Wars. Now, I know this is nothing like Arrowverse related, DC related, Marvel related, or stuff like that, but I just really love Star Wars, so I want to make videos on Star Wars stuff. So, this will be my first ever video, as I said, on Star Wars stuff, and this will be my non spoiler review for Star Wars Episode 9, otherwise entitled The Rise of Skywalker. Now, before I do that though, you guys don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you're aware of more Star Wars content coming your way. So, first thing I would like to say is, wow. I watched this movie during release date and I am absolutely speechless. This movie was so good. Ignore the Rotten Tomatoes review. I've seen what they gave. Total BS. That is no way near that level. Like, in my opinion, this Star Wars movie is the best Star Wars movie that's been made so far. The acting was on point, it was perfectly done, and the story was really, really well written. Such a brilliant way to end the trilogy of the Skywalker story arcs. But again, like the same problem I had since The Force Awakens, the lightsaber battles. Like, don't get me wrong, I really like the lightsaber battles. Like, they were really, really good, especially in this movie. But like a perfect example to show, like to compare it with is, like, look at episode 1, Phantom of the Menace. That fight scene, those lightsaber fight scenes were incredible. Look at Attack of the Clones, same for that. The lightsaber battles in that looked really good as well. But like the best way to compare it is like when you watch episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, the episode that used to be my all-time favorite Star Wars movie. Now it's this one, but like it still doesn't meet like Revenge of the Sith lightsaber battles. Like, look at Obi-Wan versus Anakin in that Mustafar fight scene, or Obi-Wan versus General Grievous, things like that. Like, those fight scenes were like really, really good. Like, it gets to a point where you'd go, oh crap, things like that. Like like in the Mustafar battle especially, like, wow. But this, like, they're still really good. Like, for Rise of the Skywalker, the lightsaber battles are still really good, but it's not in, like, that point where it would beat the Obi-Wan versus Anakin fight scene. But they do still do some like cool tricks and things like that. Now, this movie literally answers every remaining question that's been left ever since we met the Rey character, literally, like who she's related to, things like that. And trust me, whatever they did, you guys will love it. Now, this movie also sets up like new upcoming movies. Like, if you guys have seen this movie and you're just watching this video, then you guys will know what I mean. If you guys have obviously seen the ending, like that ending would literally set up like a ton of movies that could come up. Okay, now anyways, let's move on to my character reviews. Now, let's start off with the main character of this movie, Rey. She was by far the best character in this movie. I was absolutely shocked with what they did with her. Now, this is a non-spoiler video, obviously, so I can't say much about her, but I will upload my spoiler review like in a couple of days, when I made sure like people would have like watched the movie by then. So probably like at Saturday or something, where I'll upload the spoiler review. But anyways, can't say much about her now, but Rey was awesome. Like, she was so good to a point where she became like one of my favorite Jedis, like probably my top 5. Like, Anakin Skywalker, always number 1 for me, but Rey was really, really good in this movie, or episode 9. And we've seen her use like a variety of force powers, which have been like massive callbacks to like previous movies, which has been really cool. Now, also her lightsaber battles did improve, but as I said earlier, it's just not as good as the Revenge of the Sith fight scenes. but Daisy Ridley just killed it. Like Ray was such an amazing character in this movie. Now, Kylo Ren, played by Adam Driver, another great character in this movie. Now, again, I can't say much about him as well, but you like whatever they did, it blew my mind. I loved what they did with this Kylo Ren character, and I'm sure you guys will love it as well. Now, Poe, he had a lot more screen time than he's had in the previous movies. He also got his own like side story mission in this movie, and it was really really cool. And he was just a lot better in this movie, and like you could really feel that. Now, Finn is another example of this. His performance was way better as well, and his bromance with Poe was really good as well. I like that tag team with Ray, Poe, and Finn. Just it's an awesome tag team. Now, Chewbacca was really cool as well. I can't say much about him as well. Now we had new characters, but one character I will mention is like Zori, I think it was, and she was really good as well. For those who don't know who she is, she's the girl with like the mask on. You guys will see her. You guys will know who she is if you watch the movie. I can't really remember if you've seen her in trailers, but if you watch the movie, you guys will know who I'm talking about. She didn't have much screen time, but she was really really good. Now C3PO was really good as well, and he kind of had his own story arc, not quite. Like it was very small, but it was still really well done. Now, one thing that kind of disappoints me, like it's not really that much, it's not really that big of a deal, but the lack of R2D2. Now, I know we have BB-8, but like I really like R2, but we do still see him in the movie. Like we do see him for like a couple of scenes, but like he didn't get much screen time, but still it was really good. Now they do also show the Knights of Ren, but they're just like they didn't reveal anything about like who they are. Like we didn't get any background of who they are. Like they just like stuck around with Kylo Ren, and yeah, that's all we got from the Knights of Ren. I wish we got this like background on who they are to make them like seem more menacing, things like that. But also another thing that I cannot say, spoiler, but Princess Leia. Well, I'm not gonna give out a spoiler, but just I cannot say much about her because this non-spoiler, as I said for like three, four times already. But she was really, really good. What they did with her is so shocking, and you guys will love what you guys will see from Princess Leia from this movie. But yeah, like she was one of those characters that I was like most shocked about, but I'm not gonna say anything. Now, also we did get a couple of returning characters as well, and some of the cameos we got were awesome, and those are obviously the returning characters. And you get voiceovers of specific Jedi's, which I'm not gonna mention who they are, cause you just won't believe what they did in this, and I'll just leave it to you guys to see. And also our big bad Emperor Palpatine. I'm not gonna say much about him as well, but what the heck, what they did with him. Oh my god, you guys will not believe it. Just wait, just like wait and watch the movie, and then you'll see like how powerful this character has become. Now, the pacing in this film was really good. They did add a lot to this, so I do understand if people still think it was pretty rushed. Personally, I was okay with it, but they do tell a lot with what they're doing, so it does make it up for like the rushed scenes. And obviously they did this to like cuz like they need to wrap up those like character story arcs for the different characters. So that's why we got like many like side stories in this movie, but it was still really good. Now there are massive twists in this movie, and that ending as well. Not gonna say much about it, but it was very unexpected. Now they did say that there will be a Star Wars Episode 10 movie. However, they didn't like say much about it. Like episode 9 was meant to be like the, the end of the Skywalker trilogy basically. But like, if you guys have seen that ending, you guys could like kind of predict what they're gonna do for episode 10. I'm gonna go into like more depth about this in my spoiler review, because I cannot really say much about this. But we do have many upcoming Star Wars things coming up, which I totally cannot wait for. For example, the Old Republic. Oh my god, I have been waiting for so long for that. Like, if they would have ever done it, I would have, like, I was waiting so long for this that I'm like, when are they gonna do this Old Republic movie? Like, I've been playing the video games and I love the video games so much on the Old Republic. And not just that, but like, we have many more Star Wars movies coming. But also, another thing that I'm really, really excited about is the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show as well. Obi-Wan, my second favorite character of Star Wars ever. Rey will probably be third, because like in this movie, like, she was actually so good. But Obi-Wan, cannot wait for that TV show. I will watch every episode of that TV show. And I haven't been caught up for Mandalorian yet, but like, what I've seen so far, it's really, really good. So anyways, back to Rise of Skywalker. Overall, I absolutely loved this movie. Definitely my favorite Star Wars movie so far. Just one problem, as I said, is the lightsaber fight scenes. Like, they're still really, really good, but as I said earlier, it's not like Revenge of the Sith level good. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this, guys. So if you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my spoiler review for Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, which will probably be uploaded on Saturday, so I could give like people like a chance to like watch it before I like throw out the spoilers and stuff. But if you guys have watched the movie, then please don't like write any like spoilers in the comment section down below, just in case people who haven't watched the movie just watch this video. But anyways, yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.